swear. Come on, baby.
That sounds so amazing.
It's something else. I'll never get sick of that.
So different.
I know. It's, you know, it's so different, but it's original. It's so original.
Right? No, it's
That's
just
how
like,
it
I
was.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So where are we?
We're in Venice.
Okay.
So this is electric. Do you ever hear that song? You gonna walk on through Electric Avenue.
Yes.
This is Electric Avenue.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Then I'll take you higher.
Oh my God. So,
That was a different.
wait a second. So you don't like it around here anymore?
No, it's not that I don't like it. I'm just giving
not
it
the
a
way
hard.
you used to.
I think not the way. I think I give it a hard time because I guess that's part of my culture.
Right. Which is totally
no, go on,
fine.
go on, you go.
It's totally fine too.
I just give it a hard time, but I think in general it's it's certainly changed. I mean, what was here, the types of bars that were here,
Yeah.
the landed gentry, the people that were here, a lot of them have moved on, and now there's that, because it's such a
really?
big tech influence now, you know?
Is
You know
it
what I
big
mean?
what?
The big tech influence, like Google came here, and
Oh, really?
yeah, Google are here, and Snapchat bought up multiple blocks on the boardwalk and got rid of what was the, you know, mom and pop stores that were down there,
Oh,
and the
no,
Starbucks
I didn't
opened.
know.
Yeah, there was the Venice like freak show, and that's gone now, and there's a Starbucks
Okay.
there. You know what I mean? It was like things that were the salty part of Venice were uprooted and moved along, and these things happen, they change, and I can't say that there's, you know, it's for better or for worse. It's just, shit happens, you know. I mean, I go back to
Right.
Ireland and it's changed,
And we changed too.
and we change as people. So yeah, I'm just being an old grumpy bollocks.
No, no way. No.
But
No, I always see Venice like a very nice kind of getaway. I feel like, you know, because we have the ocean, it's very freeing.
yeah. And then on
to
a day,
come here.
on a day like this is when it's beautiful. Venice is like, with this type of weather. If it was, you know, once it gets warmer and it's like this,
It's not the same.
it's so nice. No,
Oh,
it's
okay,
so
okay.
nice. I mean,
No,
you can
no,
just
I
go
know.
down
I know.
and you get that summer vibe, and you know, I get, you know, the Eagles starts playing Hotel California.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And almost with that twisted thing of it's like you're trapped.
Yes.
We've got you now, you know?
Yeah, it's still chilly,
It's still chilly right now.
I can't believe it. We're in May.
I know.
and I'm like, how can I thought it was gonna be, you know, warmer and sunny
Yeah.
already,
Yeah.
but it's just like still I'm always freezing. So
Can I ask you, is that back seat chilly? Are you like chilly there? Because the windows are down,
no, I'm perfect because, you know, I
your
have
jacket and all that.
have my jacket and a sweater,
Yeah.
but it feels like the temperature is, for me right now, it's perfect.
Oh, in the car or outside?
Both.
Nice. You like a little bit of chill, because you get to wear classy clothes, right?
Well,
When
it
it's cooler
depends
weather.
on the, you know, if we're in summer, you know, I love the summer too, but not at noon,
Oh yeah, when it's
not like in the middle of the day.
yeah.
It's either the sunset or the sunrise.
Uh-huh.
But I love the beach so much. I mean, I come from the coast. I grew up in the coast.
Grew up
So
beside the ocean. Yeah.
most of the time, most of my life, it's been with the palms and the coconuts.
Tropical.
Super tropical.
Yeah.
And it's a joke, but LA is the coldest place I've ever lived in.
The what now?
LA is the coldest place I've ever lived in.
Yeah, if you say Venezuela, then
Miami.
and then here it's gotta be, yeah. And this year it's unseasonably
It's been cold, right?
For so long. And
It's
the
been
rain
cold.
and- yeah.
Been cold. I think it's been what, over 6 months now that it's been cold.
What are we, May? So, yeah, December. I mean, there was moments, I think there were days here and there of
It's been
decent
like
weather,
6 months.
but it's been jacket weather. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, for the most part. I mean, yeah, I sit up here. I was asking that question about whether you find it back there
Yes.
chilly, because I sit up here and I guess it's because the engine, it's warm.
Oh, you're warm there?
Warm up front. It's nice.
No,
warm.
right here is perfect. It's not. I mean, it's not warm. It's nice temperature.
Yeah. And all right. So what? 4 years here, and how?
4 years.
Are you single? Are you in a relationship?
I've been focusing on my career since I moved here.
Yeah.
Like that has been my priority,
Yeah.
and I've been loving life since then.
You love yourself and you love life.
I got to the point where once you really put the work into pampering yourself, loving yourself, you get to the point where, hey, if you can be happy alone, that's the biggest thing.
Couldn't say that better myself.
That for me has been life changing.
Yeah, just being comfortable and in love with your own skin, right?
Yeah, and some people think sometimes that is selfish, but I don't think it is selfish, because
Yeah.
sometimes it's good to teach people how to love themselves.
Yeah.
People should learn how to do that, because many people can be in relationships and marry, which I totally go for that. Go for that makes you happy,
Yeah.
but they are not happy.
Sorry, say that one more time. Those guys distracted me. I didn't know. I thought they were going to walk straight in front.
No problem.
I'm like,
Yeah, I know. I saw that. No, that sometimes people can be in relationships or married or in, with someone
Yeah.
because they are afraid of being alone.
No, you go on.
But
Go on. Let's let them all
not
go.
because you
Go on.
not because you are in a relationship, they necessarily are happy.
Yeah, or not alone.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, what do you want to risk? That's just like, I don't know. I feel that, once again, authenticity. What makes you happy? Why? I mean, sometimes people feel like they're ashamed to say that they are alone. I'm like, why are you ashamed? That's actually a gift sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can be a gift.
Yeah.
Not having,
Yeah, you don't need anyone else to make you happy. If you're not, that's not going to make you happy. Another person will not make you happy.
No, and that's
You
the
have to be
thing.
happy.
And that's the thing that we are tending always, because of media, we are tending to look happiness outside of ourselves
100%.
all the time. Either with, I don't know, drugs, alcohol, people, whatever.
Attention.
Whatever.
So then, you've been single since you lived here?
Yeah,
Wow, so the whole 4 years.
right.
And do you date at all? Do you do any of these?
Yeah, I go on dates.
Yeah. Do you do
I
these?
meet people all the time.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a time for everything.
So you're like a hit it and quit it girl.
What?
You're like a hit it and quit it girl.
What do you mean?
Like you get what you want and you bounce.
No, I feel that I am extremely focused in this point of my life. It's kind of the same focus that I had when I first moved from Venezuela to Miami.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. I was single for years.
But single still means you go on dates. And
Yeah, but I'm not like in a relationship where I'm like, this is it.
Hey baby, we're having dinner. It's not like that. You go out, you have your date, you have your fun, and you move on.
Yeah, I mean, if it's, the pandemic didn't help either. The pandemic was like, I feel like everybody was like having such a hard time through the pandemic.
Wow.
And you can tell, I was not really interested in dating for a long, it's been, you just gotta go with the flow. When you meet someone, okay, you can give them the opportunity.
Yeah.
But what's the point of dating? I mean, if you want to go deep, deep. What's the point of dating? I see it. What's the point of dating if you are not looking to be married or have a family?
Well
I don't
said.
know.
Yeah.
But that's just what I think.
Yeah, you're not looking to start a family.
Right.
You're not looking for a commitment.
Right.
You're not looking for, hey baby, you and me, let's find a house and start a new life that way. I'll stop what I'm doing.
Now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I can change my mind, but today
Yeah.
it's been a long. I don't think I have ever felt that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people in my country, they hate that.
Your country
in
would
my
be a lot
culture,
more, a lot
that's
more
bad
conservative,
news.
right? In the
yeah,
sense
that's bad news.
Yeah.
And I usually don't share that. I would never say that to anyone.
of, yeah.
I could never. Like they will be like that. I am.
Do you lie?
What am I thinking?
Do you lie when you go back?
thinking?
Do you say like,
I have
no,
never
I have a
gone. I have
boyfriend?
never gone back to my country since I left.
Wow. Do you miss it?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I miss my family.
Sure.
But I talk to them on the phone.
Yeah. Do they ever visit?
Yeah, they have come. They have
Nice.
come. But no, I don't lie to them. They know I'm crazy. I don't care. I don't care.
You know.
It's just like I gotta, you know,
You do your
practice what you're preaching, and
Oh, yeah.
but that's why I'm telling you, I just gotta people gotta be happy with whatever they're doing
Yeah.
and do it for the right reasons.
As long as you're happy doing what you're doing.
Do it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing because you're feeling pressure from friends or family members that
Mhm.
you're getting old and what are you waiting for? I'm like, hey, I'm happy right now. Like, I don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
I see people that they have it all and they're not even happy.
They have it all according to what other people consider.
Yeah,
it
to
all.
society
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I don't get into anybody's business because I don't want people to get in my business. So
Yeah.
and-
I'm gonna pry into a bit of your business right now because that's the idea.
Well, when I'm talking about, when I'm meeting new people,
Yeah.
and I know that we're exposing this here, but I really do not care.
Yeah. No, you're an open
Because-
book. You're very fucking breath of fresh air.
Oh, thank you.
And I think that it takes, like we were speaking about on this,
Yeah,
before this,
yeah,
the momentary change of batteries, and okay, I could have gone right.
Right.
Could have known this.
right.
There's so many people who come from other countries that come here, and we have a different way of looking at it. We're not holding to those ideals.
Yes.
Like if
Yeah.
you're in Venezuela, you would be pressured into, I have a man for you, or I have this. It would
Yeah.
be frustrating. Whereas
Yeah.
here, you're just like, there's opportunities for me here. I cannot do them
Right.
the way I want to do it if I go, and I don't necessarily want to be that
Right.
thing.
Right.
I don't have the pressures. I didn't grow up with all these people around me who were, Bobby has 5 kids, why don't you? Or, or these
Oh,
things.
no.
We see the opportunities here and we realize
Yes.
what it takes to go after them and
Right.
to get them.
Right. But it's also, there's so much opportunity to live so many different lives, and I think that that's something that when you grow up in a very, I don't know, conservative place, or
Yeah.
things done in a certain way, like we're still are seeing parents telling the kids what to go for college. That for me, it's crazy. Can
Yeah.
you just let the kid decide what they want to do for their
Yeah.
life?
Live their life.
Because the parents are not going to be there forever, let's be honest.
There we go.
And it's usually the parent being frustrated about what they couldn't do, and they want to portray that to bring it to their kids, and
Mhm.
to a kid that had nothing to do with your life,
Yes.
like with your past, you
Yeah.
know? I mean, I get it when you are like, okay, yeah, I want to do what my dad is doing. That's good, go for it. But if they're telling you, hey, you should do this,
Yeah.
I don't believe in that.
They're trying to form the life for their child.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I get it. They love us. They are always trying to do what's best for us. And, they are giving you the life, which is amazing. But deep down, I also feel like as you move, you know, these people that are coming, everybody that's coming here from different places, different countries, different backgrounds and cultures, what happened is that as we come from a different location.
Yeah.
We get here, we are exposed to a completely different environment.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, because this is exactly how I experience it. Now I get exposed to a different environment, I get new perspective in life, and now I have new desires that I had never had before in my country or even back in Miami. Mm-hmm. And now your job is to, you know, be able to, okay, let me find out why do I want these desires and how can I make them happen now. Yeah. And that's part of the evolution of how we humans are meant to keep going in life.
Constantly learning. Okay. Constantly growing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, new experiences and
yes.
Yeah, I mean, you get deep, don't you?
Yeah.
Nah, don't be going, yeah. That's like, you know.
It happens.
Yeah, it's a good way.
It happens often.
Yes, you've got some eloquence about your speech, though.
Thank you.
You're not long-winded. You're poignant.
Thank you.
Now, so you go on dates. Are you a Tinder person? Are you like using dating apps to do this? Are you going out and some dude approaches you in real life, which seems to be a rare thing these days? But is that how it works?
So what's the question again?
Do you so you go on dates and you use dating apps? No.
I've never used a dating app. I really don't go on dates. It's just like I like to have friends and meet with people. I meet a lot of people through what I do for a living. Whoops.
Like at an event or something?
Like I have, you know, a really good group of friends where we get together and, you know, we create together. Definitely events.
Yeah.
And I don't believe in the app thing. I don't believe in, that's just me. That's just a personal thing. I have never done it.
Yeah.
I couldn't say I don't like it because I have never done it, but I have never needed to do that.
Yeah.
But some people like it. I mean, I have heard, unfortunately, crazy stories from friends that maybe that's why I haven't even want to go there. I'm like, no, I'm good, thank you.
Of all the stories, of all the stories you've heard from friends on dating apps, and how's that one looking? Looks
it's
okay,
good.
Right?
Yeah.
Cool. Has it been more negative or positive? Like, I think when you say crazy, I believe that's a negative, right?
Well, I feel also that most of the time I tune out most of the things that they are saying because it's not that I'm not a good listener. I could be a very good listener, but it's just like, if it's not something positive, then why are you sharing this?
Yeah, you've got a strong mindset, you know?
But anyway, I try to be as honest as I can.
Do you shut them down if they start giving you some sort of this happened and that?
To most people, when they come with drama, I shut them down.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I do.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm not a therapist, and
you got that cold-blooded Latina streak in you. Just shut it down.
Well, I'm just being honest. Like, because
I wonder. I mean, guys are just falling at your feet.
That's too funny. Well, I'm just being honest. I'm not a therapist, and I mean, I actually wanted to be a psychologist when I before going to business school.
Then you realized that you were just.
And then I'm like, wait a second.
You're just like, stop being a pussy.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a second. Does this mean that I have to be listening to people's problems all the time? Because I get a lot. I get it. Like, I can be very nice and sweet, and when I'm with a friend, you know that, because I care. I do care.
Yeah.
But I have also believed that people get in trouble and they create all this unnecessary drama, it's because they want to. It's like you can stay away of all that if you want, but you are actually choosing to engage with it. So you better take responsibility for whatever you have going on, and let's go have some ice cream and have fun in life. I don't know. I don't feel like, engaging with it.
Wallowing in self-pity or wallowing in the dark side, or
I mean, I'm a really good friend, but I have my limits. I have my limits, and sometimes I just have to share that with people. It's like, hey, if you're gonna keep calling me and you're gonna keep dating that guy, don't call me again. I mean,
cut him out. Yes.
I have already told you what to do. If you're not doing it, good for you. But don't call me crying because this guy is not being nice to you when you already know he's not gonna change.
Yeah, you're giving me the same story.
So those things that it's just like people can do whatever they want with their lives, but don't bring that to my life.
Yeah.
And like most of the relationships, the way that they don't work out. And I'm not talking about romantic relationships only. Overall.
Friendships and
and everything. It's because people do not know how to set a healthy boundary.
Boundaries. Yeah.
So if you don't know how to do that, that's a problem.
Jesus.
This guy's doing what?
I don't understand. It's that road rage thing. I just don't.
That guy
is
crazy.
Bought that. I know, but there's no. It's not like there's loads of cars on the street.
Oh my god. So that's the thing. So dating apps, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's also something.
I mean, people know how to
Light number 1 went.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's okay. That is quite all right.
You still have one.
I still got the one.
You have one left.
I do. Get me
You're
left,
good.
Me left cheek.
You're
Me left cheek.
Your left.
Me left cheek. I got that going.
Left cheek.
Yeah. So then.
That's funny.
But I agree with you on that. I think that's great that in this day and age you're not even going in towards that. Now that's something that I've recently done away with. I hadn't for years.
Okay.
OnlyFans. Tinder and Thing. I hadn't done any of those for years. Let's not go up this way because we're going to hit traffic. So I had not done them for years. Pandemic kicked in. I'm like bored. I put them on.
Of course.
But very quickly I learned that women on that, girls on that, it's more about the validation than the actual dating.
Ooh. Wow. That's deep.
It really just came across that way. Not at the beginning. At the beginning you're like, okay, you're having this. I didn't realize.
Wow.
A long time ago when Tinder came out, I was on it. And that was very much like you're meeting up almost everyone that you're chatting to. But none of them went anywhere. At least in my experience. It was all like very exciting. It was all physical. But they're not the person that you thought you were talking to because you didn't meet them in real life. You saw a picture and you were reading messages where people have the time to think and not be goofy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Where like humans, we're failures on our way to something better. You would hope, but we say
you were hoping.
I'm positive, about this whole human experience. But we say stupid things, or that was the previous. We say stupid things.
Yeah.
And it's forgiven. But if you're sending messages and stuff, you could go, oh, that's stupid, rewind, and then you go, oh, I'll put that down. But you can't do that in a conversation. In a conversation, it goes out there, and you could, if you were to sit there and go, oh, what did I just say?
Oh, yeah.
It's too late. You just got to go with the flow. And you got to fumble, and then you got to find your spot, and then you're in your stride. And you hit it off or you don't. But in my experience with Tinder, with those dating apps, I had one that kind of went on for a little while, but it was strange. She was very interesting. I mean,
it was strange.
It was strange.
We don't want that word when we're dating. You don't want.
You don't want the strange word.
I mean, you don't want the strange word.
Not too much. A bit of strange is good. I like a bit of strange every now and again.
Okay.
But
if you like it, it's good for you.
Yeah, but I'm not like a relationships have just never been something that have worked out for me in a long term. And it's not something that I've always, not in a like, oh, woe is me. I don't mean that. I'm just not that interested in them, you know? Like you, I'm on a path and I don't have a lot, you know, I don't have the space to share what I'm doing with someone else or to cut out what I'm doing to make space for someone.
Right. Well, you know what? But I feel that when that person shows up, we will make the space. When the right one shows up. I have the feeling, because I have seen it. People changing.
People change, you're right.
But not people that are changing their personalities, but they are actually accommodating two different lifestyles to be able to be together. And that's because of love. I mean, if it wasn't for love, you wouldn't do it. And I do believe in that. I do believe in that. Like people that they could, you know, when they find the person. But it's pretty much because you haven't found it that hasn't clicked. That hasn't. You know, because sometimes it's like, okay, we can, you know, hang out here, hang out there, but is this really something, or it's not, or
is it going anywhere?
Is it going anywhere? I mean, if you're already in it, you're already in it. I don't know. That's what I think. When people are thinking about that, especially women, they can be so hard on that, like putting labels, like
putting labels on the situation.
On the situation that,
and then
that's just something that it's gonna make you think that it's gonna make you feel better. Well, but it's really not.
Yeah, and what I started to notice with that now, and particularly that time was in the pandemic. So I was done with it, and I went on it again in pandemic.
Yeah.
And there was some, even though nothing went anywhere, ever. There was conversations or something, and then again, I'm like, what I started to realize was these girls were advertising for OnlyFans. So many of them.
Oh, wow.
And now that has exploded, right? And not only OnlyFans, but these Instagram girls.
Oh, no.
And I know.
You know.
Certainly, I know that this is having an effect on society in ways that there's nothing positive about it, because it's turned men into a resource for women and turned a lot of females into thinking that they're successful because they're showing their body and making a ton of money from it. And they're like, I'm a boss, I'm this. It's like, in what way? I mean, you're essentially, and again, each to their own, and I'm not judging anyone who's doing it, but it's your body that you're selling. That's what you're making money off of.
Right.
And you're treating the men, you're pretending to be their girlfriend.
Right.
It's not, gone are the days of like Playboy or Penthouse or something. A dude opens up a picture of a girl he's never going to meet. These OnlyFans things are girls saying, hey baby, how's your day, blah blah blah.
Where most of the time guys are also taking care of these messages.
It's a business. There's they're managers. And they do really well.
Not only the managers, just like they have
a service.
They have a service and provide a software where they can.
I've seen it.
And guys think that they are talking to them.
They do. I've done my research.
I have done
my research.
And they are paying these girls, and they think they are actually being fooled. They're thinking they are chatting with these girls. I'm telling you, because I have received, that service. Like they have offered me.
They come to you and said, hey,
the service.
You're going to make 5 figures a month.
Yeah, like if I have someone taking care of my messages, I'm like, no, I don't want anyone to take care of my messages. I don't want not the selling my body part, but I have had, because there are agencies that they are making money out of this.
Huge.
They use all the technology, and then they have these girls. They partner with the girls, and the girls keep showing their body, and the guys, they think they're talking to the girl on all these social media platforms. And the guys are stupid enough to think that they even
And lonely
listen.
enough.
I'm not that huge, and I get hundreds of messages every week.
Yeah.
I don't read them. I don't have time to read them.
Sure.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
But I cannot imagine these girls that are showing their butt all the time. I
Yeah.
cannot imagine the time, all the hundreds and thousands of messages that they get. That's how they become so successful, because they have a team behind them that are taking care of all
That's the
that
only
marketing, and they are chatting with all this. But all these are guys that the guys are talking to other guys,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you because I know them. I know
you know
them.
the service dudes. Yeah.
I know the service
And,
dudes.
you know, there's very famous service dudes who made their millions off of doing that, and now they do
Yeah.
other things.
Yeah.
But that's where they made their money, and I know
Yeah.
a lot of who they are. You probably know them. I
Yeah.
know who they are, and I also
Yeah.
know I saw an ad, and I had to. It was on
Yeah.
Craigslist,
Uh-huh.
so I dived in and I says I have a load of models, and I want to blow them up. What's the deal? How it goes? They gave me the breakdown, and you know, of how they do it.
Yeah.
It's all very formulaic. They
Yeah.
outright own all the material. I know all of these little things that were ins and outs of
Yeah.
doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And you're essentially handing everything over, but it's very clear. I don't understand, like, the cognitive dissonance for the men
Yeah.
who are subscribing and paying for this.
Yeah.
And let me see. We want to go, damn it. Okay, we flip around.
Yeah.
Whoops, I almost did it there and would have hit that car. Sorry, the multitasking throws me off sometimes.
Right. No. You're doing great.
The message that's how a guy, that's not how a girl talks. That's how a guy talks pretending to be a girl, and they don't see it because the only negative I see to it is what it's doing to guys who are already incapable of interacting socially. It's just made it worse for them.
Yeah.
You know, the statistics of what men are having sex and what men are not having sex have split apart dramatically in the past 4 years. Since OnlyFans, like, boom, took off. Because, and Instagram and the filters and all this stuff, because, you know, it's easy. You think of a woman who is, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, a woman, let's say, is average is a 5, right?
Okay.
Even with her makeup on.
Yeah.
You know, super out of shape, all the rest of it. We could say even less than. We could call her a 4 or a 3.
Yeah.
She could walk into any bar and get laid. She just has to go in and go, hey, I'm horny. And a dude, some guy in there is going to go like, cool, I'll give it to you. You know? And he may be like way beyond her normal reach, you know? He may be up. He could be like you know, he's just like kind of striking out, feeling lonely, whatever the case is.
Right.
He takes care of business. Brings her home, makes her day.
Yeah.
In her mind now, that's what she deserves. So every guy below that is now not worthy of her because she has 50,000 people on Instagram telling her how amazing she is, even though they're all even though it's a filter.
Right.
And then she has an OnlyFans where she shows her feet and she makes like 5 figures a month on that.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is actually going on, and it's it's changing how. So for a guy to go out and get to find a woman,
yes,
it is, you got to put the work in.
Well, I cannot imagine. Actually,
you have to put the work in. Like, you have to be willing to be turned down multiple times.
Wow.
You know, I mean, realistically, you have to expect to be turned down. Like, the chances of you going into a bar as a male and picking up a woman, regardless of how good looking you are or what game you got going on, unless you're some, like, you know, superstar and all the rest, and these girls are making a beeline for you. But if you're coming in, and let's say that girl likes you anyway, you come in, you see a girl at the bar, you got your game down, and you go over, you hit on her, and it's all good. She's not going home with you that night. You know, and if she's worth her salt too, Not necessarily. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of off on those things because I've definitely had situations where it's been that hook up. Like, we hooked up because we just bonded. We just hit it off. We went home.
Yeah.
And I see her again. And I don't think any different of her.
Right.
But there's definitely been other occasions where it's like, yeah, it's a hit and see you later deal, you know? Oh, wait, I'm not going that one. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But realistically speaking, you are not, as a man, going in and picking up a girl and taking her home that night and doing what you want to do, getting what you want.
Right.
Percentage-wise to how a female is able to do that. Like, a female can just walk in and go. I mean, we're talking about an average girl, less than average girl, and she can do that. A girl, a very attractive girl, and she comes in and she goes to a dude, you're coming home with me. He's just going, out the fucking door and following her, you know? It's like, I can't wait to tell this story to his friends, you know? I know where we're going. Look, we're catching that nice sunset here.
So nice.
All right.
So beautiful. Yeah, I actually, I didn't, well, I am very familiar with the subject because, you know, males in my family are always sharing the videos of, funny videos of, you know, about how girls are expecting now to be dating this guy that has it all figured out and, you know, making a lot of money, and you have to be good looking and you have to at least, you know, all this stuff. And then they ask the girl, okay, so what do you bring to the table? And then she doesn't have an answer.
Yeah.
And there are many videos of this online that...
Yeah, so a girl, yeah, because they speak to a girl and they go, what do you want? The girl wants a man who makes six figures, who's 6 foot tall.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's all
I forgot about all the rules, but those are the rules,
And then they get told the reality of, okay, so
Yeah,
what
it's like-
percentage
it's
of men,
like,
what percentage of men in the world are like that? And this is in the world.
Yeah, in
It's
the
like
world,
1%
right? It's
of
like
men.
1%.
So, so it's 90% of women are going for 1%
I've seen
of
those
men.
videos, yes.
You know, and you see them go, it's like the spring goes out. It's like,
it's
no,
like 1%.
that's not true. It's like, no,
And
this is the truth.
But it's because of
social media.
Social media.
Yeah, social media,
because
OnlyFans.
of social media.
So, what are your thoughts on OnlyFans?
What are my thoughts?
Yeah.
I don't have any thoughts on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I have never seen the page.
65.
Oh,
I love it. I love it. Yeah, the 64. That's another peach. I love it. It's the shape. It's, I think when they did that grill, right? They started doing the grill. The 64, 65, 63, and then there's none. And then, yeah. No, we are doing an interview podcast. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thanks, man. Take care.
It's so sweet.
It's very nice, isn't it?
Of course.
I find that
It's like my dad had the 60 what?
64. Yeah.
So cute.
It brings out the warmth in people a lot of the times, you know?
No, everybody. Like, I have seen a couple of them that you haven't noticed
Smiling.
because you're like driving
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
But so many people are, wow, like really
Getting
very, you know, they get excited when they see it. It's so beautiful.
Hang on. Okay, cool. We're good. Let me do it again.
Happening? Okay, is it
Hang on. It is. Let me just double check because this fucking camera. This is when you need an audio sound dude, you know what I mean? Who goes like, the gate's good, you're all good.
Mine is still running, so we're good here.
Yeah, we're good on this.
We're good here.
Yes, we are. And we're good on these cameras too.
Yeah.
And that one too, I believe, as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what was I saying? Oh, I was asking you your thoughts on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And
My thoughts.
What did you say? You didn't really have any.
I have never explored the page. I have never seen what these girls are doing. I have an idea.
Yeah.
my thoughts are, hey, people should do whatever makes them happy. But if that's who you are, go for it. But if you're doing that for the wrong reasons, I don't think you should do it. And I feel that also guys are being, filling voids of loneliness, because you can get the type of love that you truly deserve from a real woman, and you have wounds that you haven't taken care of, and you keep numbing yourself thinking that this is gonna fill your heart. But no, everybody's in that same level of understanding and being honest with themselves unto why are they doing what they're doing. But if today you think that makes you happy, go for it. But don't fool yourself and know what you're lacking in life.
Or that there won't be consequences for what you're doing. You know? Like if, like, okay, so let's say a girl, pretty girl, she goes on OnlyFans, she does very well, super successful. She makes a lot of videos. For the most part, it's a female-dominated platform.
Right.
And for the most part, it's sexual acts that they're doing. That's there forever. So this is a girl now, let's say she does really well, she's rocking it. She's getting all the material goods in the world that she ever dreamed of. She's getting all of these things, and she's seeing men through the prism of a wallet or a dollar or whatever, diamonds or whatever it is, because that's what's coming her direction. Then she hits that level where she don't want to do this anymore. Now she's a change of heart. She wants to settle down. This is just a theoretical position, you know?
Which has happened. I have seen the stories too.
This is going to happen. So she turns around at 25, 26, 27, whatever the case may be. And she quits and she moves on. And now she wants to find Mr. Six of everything, right? But that Mr. Six of everything is men mature at a slower rate. We have to build something. I can't be 21, get butt naked and make six figures, in a month or whatever. It's just not going to happen. Even in the gay market, because gay guys just do it for free. You're talking about a bunch of horny dudes. Why are they going to pay for it?
That's out of control.
That's a whole nother conversation. But so you get this girl who's now flipped. She's flipped her own script. She's now turned from this moneymaker, OnlyFans, showing her ass, showing everything. It's all up there. It's all on the internet. She's like, no, I'm done with this. I'm gonna find that good man. Good man's in his 30s, whatever. Your truth is there. He's gonna see it. He wants a high value woman. And what does a man value? Like a woman, okay, the woman wants the sixes. She wants 6 figures, 6 foot, 6+, six across the board. She wants the sixes. A man, we want purity and beauty. This is a biological fact. I want to know, biologically, I would want to know who my child is.
Oh,
you know
absolutely.
what I mean? So I don't want a girl. I met a girl at a party. This is part of the story, so I'm not going totally on a tangent. But I met a girl here, a very pretty girl, years ago at this party. And it was one of those things, I'm like, this is going nice, all flirty, loads of fun. And out of nowhere, unprovoked, literally, she told me she slept with 100 guys. I swear I basically vomited in my mouth. And her looks just faded to me. Because I'm like, it's not the same. It's not, men and women are not the same. And that sort of being proud of, like, you've had 100 men inside you. It's like, so then.
But that's how men see it. Like, men, the thing is, like, we are, biologically different.
Yes.
And men and women see everything so different. Like, what's important for a man it's not really for a woman, and the other way around. So finish your story.
Back to the OnlyFans chick, our theoretical OnlyFans, our fictitious OnlyFans girl, OF girl, who surely their minds get warped as to what a man is when your whole way of doing it, like you said, it's either a service is playing these dudes to get money for you while you go off and live your life and go to parties and you know, what is it that you tell the number 6 man, you know, the dude or the, you know, the high value man that you do you tell him you're a model? He knows right off what that means, you know. You know, you're model for who, you know, you know, unless you've got that portfolio. And there's a difference between a model chick and an OnlyFans girl. They don't look the same. You know?
No, of course.
You know, there's a different thing. And then there's, I guess, there's the attitude. But
of course.
What I'm saying is, I think we haven't really seen the ramifications of something like that. Like right now, we do see it with men. I think a lot of men are very intimidated to approach women for a number of reasons. Number one was that Me Too movement that made it like basically you can't even look at a woman without causing some sort of offense. So we've stripped away that nature. Like, you know, I went down to Mexico and I was back in the real world where women are like eyeing me up and down and loving that I'm giving it back to them and flirty, even if it's going nowhere. It's just this male-female dynamic that is natural. Sexuality is natural, you know? But
I think that there's society has been wanting to make the shift, which is actually gonna go crazy because I do believe that men should still be men and women should still be women. I get it, like I'm all for women empowerment and everything, but I still want to feel like a woman. I still want the man to be the fucking man. That's why do they want to why do they want to keep changing that? I feel like I've always believed in equality for everybody. I'm all for it, but there's also has to be like a limit, like a boundary where you're just like, okay, this is crazy.
You start charging these people for taking photos of my car.
No way.
No,
where?
No, he came back.
Where are they? Where are they?
He's jogging with his phone. He turned and he's like jogging in place, turned and bang.
But there's like a fine line.
Roles,
a fine line. Because, I mean, for me, it really doesn't make sense. I get it, the equal pay, I get the equal everything, I get it, but
which is you know, a different conversation to actually say that women are paid differently than men. We could go on about that one. But statistically, and multiple studies have disproven it for a
oh wow!
A myriad of reasons.
Wow.
You know.
Wow. But I also sometimes I think, are these problems? And I always ask this question: are these problems happening only because we're in LA, or because we're in the West? We're in California, or
because we're in the West? The Western world is.
Okay, but is it like this everywhere? In the whole world?
No, I mean,
I'm not sure.
No, because like I said, I went down to Mexico.
Oh, you went to Mexico.
I was like, ay Dios mío. You know, I was, you know, I'm coming down this. It was just like that dynamic was back. The male-female dynamic was back.
Yeah, and you felt like you went back in time.
To the 90s. I was like,
back to the 90s.
The best time. You know, bring me back. But music was real and people were real, and you know, there was none of this social media influence. Even though people will they'll have Instagram stuff down there, it's not the core of their life. Whereas here, look at everyone walking here, they're all on their phone.
Here, it's on the phone.
They're all on their phone.
I was just looking at it. It was like everybody's looking at the phone and we're in the freaking in the ocean.
You know what I mean? We could look at this beauty that's here. It's gorgeous.
It's insane. It's insane.
And I don't see that changing, and sometimes I find that very frustrating with living here. That's how it is, and then here's you and me, both of us, using this technology for our betterment at the same time. So there's a plus and minus. I mean, it's here to stay, no denying that. It's how we use it, but we definitely have to be cognizant of how it's affecting society. And I think here, like you said, is it just LA? I think it's the Western world in general, because I believe if we were to go over to, I don't know though, so I can't say that, but I just hope, I hope that if I was to go to Asia, excuse me, I wouldn't run into this. I would think in China I would, or somewhere like, or Japan possibly. But I think if I was to go to Southeast Asia, where they're more centered on the family dynamics, such as like in Mexico or Central America or something, where there is the community.
Yeah.
You know, here I feel there's a loss of community because everyone is going, well, I don't need to talk to you because I have 50,000 people sending me messages every day.
Yeah.
They love me. I get validated from this. I don't need you.
Right.
You know, because I can walk down the street here and go past 20 people and maybe 3 of them will say hello, even though I've said hello to all of them or whatever. They just don't want to. They don't want to connect or communicate. They want to be about themselves. You know.
What was that?
Is that
Oh,
one?
this one is off. Yeah.
Okay, see you later, that one.
Bye.
So I think this is a good timing for us to get a photo outside.
Yes.
I know it's well, we could just wrap it up though.
Oh, right.
While we're in here, and then we can go off.
I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah,
okay,
you're like,
right.
done, cool, let's get the
Okay,
fuck
no,
out. Yeah.
because I want to see the sunset.
I know, it's beauty, and I've got a flash, so I'm going to hit you with the car and the sunset.
So beautiful.
We could do something like that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was very enjoyable. It truly was.
Yeah.
It was great chatting to you like this.
Yeah, we got deep.
We absolutely did get deep. I love it. There was things pulled out of the hat, a Los Angeles hat,
The what?
out of the LA hat. A lot of things were just
yeah.
yanked out.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Very
You're
nice.
right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So, do you want to say anything? Do you want to leave this with like where people can find you, your social, anything like that? Because I'll put it all down below.
Oh, yes, definitely. You can find me on social media on Instagram, Adela Guerra. You
I
are
loved
gonna...
unrolling our
Guerra.
Guerra.
It means war in English.
Does it?
That's in
Guerra.
Guerra in Spanish.
You're certainly fucking laying your claim to this land.
Warrior.
Love it. Hey, warrior. That was awesome.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for having taken part.
Of
It was
course.
wonderful. Great
It's
meeting
my
you.
pleasure.
Great
It's my
chatting.
pleasure.
Love it. And we'll leave it there.
Love it. Love it. How cold is it? Oh my god, it's freezing.